Hi everybody, my name is Fernando Gonzalez. As you already know, I'm an international student from Guatemala, currently studying business management here in the US. Coming here was a big step, full of hope, ambition, and the dream of building a better future. Like many international students, I left behind my family, my culture, and everything familiar to pursue a higher education and new opportunities. But the reality is, the journey isn't just about adjusting to classes or a new country. It's also about dealing with major financial stress while being restricted from working enough to help ourselves. Imagine moving to a completely foreign country, paying thousands of dollars in tuition, trying to adjust to a new language and culture, and then being told that you are allowed to work a few hours a week and only in certain jobs. Meanwhile, your rent, food, books, transportation, and health insurance keep adding up. That's the reality for thousands of international students just like me. International students should be allowed to work full time while studying in the US because it would ease financial burdens, provide valuable experience, and better prepare us for life after graduation. So, why is this such an important issue right now? I will tell you three important reasons. First, working full time would help relieve financial stress. Education in the US is expensive, especially for international students. Most of us paid out of state or international tuition rates, which are often double what local students paid. On top of that, we have to cover housing, we have to cover books, we have to cover food, transportation, health insurance, and other living expenses. And these are just basics. I'm not talking about luxury things, just basics. Most of us are only allowed to work on campus for no more than 20 hours per week and often for minimum wage. And don't misunderstand me, I'm not saying this is bad, but these jobs are limited and highly competitive, especially in smaller schools or universities where campus employment options are few. If you don't get a job early, you might not get one at all. Even when we are lucky enough to find one, those part time hours aren't nearly enough to cover basic living expenses. It means we have to rely heavily on our families back home, many of whom are already making big sacrifices just to send us here. Some families take out loans, selling belongings, just to make extra to send to their children that are studying above. This creates a constant source of stress. We are worrying about rent, food, and bills while trying to focus on succeeding in school. That financial pressure can lead to anxiety, depression, and feelings of hopelessness. Being allowed to work more would give us the opportunity to contribute to our own expenses and ease the burden of our families. The second reason, allowing full time work would give students the chance to develop real work experience, something that it's important as academic success. The job market today is very competitive. Employers don't just look at your degree, they want to see experience, problem solving skills, leadership, and adaptability. These are things we learn by working in real environments with real people and real responsibilities. But with such strict work limitations, we miss out an opportunity that local students sometimes take for granted. If international students were allowed to work more, especially off campus roles, we could gain valuable experience that make us more employable after graduation. Because that's one of the most uh, concerns that we have in the country if we're going to get a job or not after graduating. Whether we want to stay in the US or return to our home countries, those skills are essentials to building a meaningful career. Limiting work doesn't just limit our income, it limits our growth. But beyond money and job skills, what's the most important reason to support this idea? The strongest reason why international students should be allowed to work full time is that it prepares us for life after graduation. Not just financially or professionally, but personally. Working more while studying helps us develop critical life skills, time management responsibility, independence, and resilience. These are not things you can learn only from textbooks. They come from managing a job while balancing classes, solving real life problems, and learning how to adapt when things don't go as planned. And this happens pretty often. But it also helps to build confidence. When students are trusted to take responsibilities outside of school, they feel empowered. They feel like active members of society instead of an outsider. We sometimes are so limited in what we can do, and importantly, this creates a sense of belonging. Working connects us to people. It helps us to practice our English, make friends outside of our academic circles, and feel like we are part of a broader community, not just insulated on a campus. That connection is powerful, and it can make a real difference in our success and mental well being. When international students are allowed to work, we don't just survive, we grow, thrive, and contribute. And that's why I consider those 3 points are very important. Things that we have to evaluate to see if we can make a change, if we can make a difference. Number one, working full time would help relieve financial stress. Many international students face overwhelming expenses, and the ability to work more would help us to support ourselves and reduce pressure on our families. Point number two, full-time work allows students to gain real work experience, experience that employers expect and that help us become more competitive in the job market. And number three, and most importantly, it prepares us for life beyond the classroom. It builds independence, confidence, and practical skills, and help us feel more included in the society we live in. International students should be allowed to work full time while studying in the US, just as many of you that are citizens. It is possible. We want to make sacrifices, and that's why we're here. Because this will reduce financial strain, improve our career readiness, and empower us to succeed during and after our education. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this helps you to see the challenges that international students like me faces each day, and why updating these work policies isn't just helpful for us, but beneficial for the entire educational system and the communities we become part of. Thank you.